back to my channel. My name is Chinwendu and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in United Kingdom. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, you're welcome to my channel, and for those returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back. In today's video, we're going to be preparing a nice northern dish called Masa. So come along with me as we prepare this nice mouth-watering dish called Masa. So friends, to prepare our Masa, would be needing the following ingredients. So the main ingredient is the rice, and you need to select a particular kind of rice. So in Nigeria, most times you use the white local rice, but here I struggled to find something close to it. Usually I should be using the jasmine rice, but the jasmine rice was unavailable, so I stumbled on a rice that is used for making rice pudding, and I found that to be the most closest substitute for me, and that's what I have here for today. I've also parboiled a portion of the rice because we'll be using this parboiled portion for blending or as part of the ingredient for preparing the masa. Would be making use of some yogurt. So if you don't have yogurt or you don't have access to yogurt, you could make use of 2 or 3 cups of milk depending on the quantity of masa you're making. I'll be using some onions to taste for today's masa. I've got here with me some yeast, so I put just half cup of water in a sachet of yeast, and I've stirred it nicely here, and I'll be adding it in after the rice has been nicely blended. We'll be adding a pinch of salt to taste. So here we've got bananas. So if you don't take sugar, you could use banana to sweeten your masa or to boost the flavor of your masa. However, if you are alright, you could use sugar. So your sugar should be added based on the quantity of rice and based on how much sugar you need. I've got here some ginger. So this is 1/8 spoon of ginger, and I just put this tiny bit of ginger in just to give that spicy taste and to boost the flavor of the masa. So you don't want to be putting a lot of ginger in so that it doesn't spoil the taste of your masa. I've got here some olive oil, so I'll be using the olive oil later on to oil the pan to help us make a very nice looking masa. So this is the pan, and the oil will help the masa not to stick to the pan, though this is a non-stick pan, and I've got a very cute pan here, as you can see. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to blend my rice now, and to blend it I'll be putting in this parboiled rice as well. I'll be adding in my onions into the blender, and I'll be using 2 tablespoons of plain yogurt. So this is what it looks after it's blended. So all I'm going to do now is to turn it into my bowl and add in the remaining ingredients. So this is what your consistency should look like. It shouldn't be too runny. It should be a little bit thick. And if along the line you had it too watery, you could add in some more of your cooked rice to thicken it. So this is it. I'm going to add in my sugar. So for today's recipe, I'm going to be using sugar, not the banana. So if you want to use banana, just put in 1 banana or 2 depending on the quantity of masa you're making. You put in 1 or 2 bananas and blend alongside the rice. But I don't often use bananas. I use sugar to do or to prepare my masa. So that's my sugar in, and you use a pinch of salt. So I'm just going to add in my salt and also combine it together. The next thing I'm going to be adding in is my yeast. So I said this is a sachet of yeast I've put in, and I added ½ cup of water. So all I'm going to do now is to stir this, and I'll turn it into my masa, and I will nicely combine it. So like I mentioned earlier, masa is more common with the northerners. However, you could see the abokis that sell suya. They will sell suya alongside with masa for you. I'm also going to be doing a mukbang where we're going to have masa and suya for dinner. So you want to keep an eye and turn on your notification bells so that as soon as I drop that video, you'll be one of the first people to view that video. And please kindly subscribe to this channel, kindly share these videos. I love you all. So I've stirred everything in nicely and combined everything in nicely. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to get a deeper bowl and turn in this mixture into a deeper bowl, and I'll cover it with a cling film. So this is the mixture in a bowl, and all I'm going to be doing now is to cover this with a cling film, and I'll be putting it into the microwave to sit for 30 minutes. So this is my batter after 30 minutes, and it has risen a little bit, almost double the size of what it was before. So all I'm going to be doing now is to prepare the masa. So friends, it's time to prepare our masa. So this pan has been heating for about 5 minutes, and as you can see, it's hot enough. So it's time to add in our batter and start preparing our masa. So that's my batter here, and I'm just going to stir it a bit and start adding in the batter into the mold. So masa is usually used for breakfast in the northern part of Nigeria, or it is sold alongside with suya, and it's a very, very tasty northern meal. Masa is usually served for breakfast with mee and taushe, and I'll be making that separately on a different video. So you want to look out for that particular video. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, you're very welcome to my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel, and thank you for always stopping by. If you enjoyed watching this video, please kindly click on the red subscribe button, kindly give it a thumbs up, and kindly click on the notification bell so that as soon as I drop new videos, you'll be one of the first people to get notified about it. So you just allow your masa to sit in and cook up a bit. So when it's cooked up, it detaches from the sides of the mold most times. So once you see it looking detached and on its own, then it's ready to turn over. So you want to turn it over so that the top bit also gets cooked as well. So if you see, just take a look. This one is cooked at the bottom, so I'm just turning it over for the top bit to get cooked. So because it can be quite tricky turning over, I've decided to use a second stick just to help it turn over easily. And that's it. So this is it. So in the next 5 minutes, I'll be taking this set off and adding in another set. And that's how you go on until your batter is finished.